Tonight, what am I doing? I don't know. When you're sitting at a truck stop and you got some time to kill, why not go live? I gotta get something for right here. Give me a minute. I don't like that there. Also, I gotta open up my other phone to see comments. So yeah, here we go. We'll do another live. I am gonna stop back. Who dat? Who them saints? I'm gonna find something to put. I got a towel. I think I'm gonna close a towel on the door here and give me 1 second. That reflection's just horrible. You like that hat, right? Look at the back of it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I gotta remember I gotta do this. So, gotta make Hotsy a moderator too. So, there we go. Yeah, just give me a second here if you don't mind. I should have done this before, but I don't like that. That's a little bit better. I like that. That's a lot better, actually. Sterling, what's going on? Love having the front curtains in my Cascadia. Yeah, I wish I had those. I don't have those in this Mac. I do have just, the bunk curtains. I don't have the curtains that go all the way around. I was thinking about, like, designing something, because I can screw stuff into here and maybe get something to wrap around, but I just haven't done that yet. No problem, Hot Seat. Yeah, like I said, why not go live? I'm at a truck stop again. I'm bored. I got some time to kill, so why not just hang out? Oh, I should like my own video. There we go. Live chat. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Sterling, where you at? Hot Seat, where you at? I am in Pennsylvania. This is a lane that I run a lot. I run a lot of the Midwest out east. I'll run to Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey. I really don't mind coming out here. And it always pays really well. So it kind of makes sense for me to do it, right? I like this part of the hat too. That's pretty cool too. My wife asked me, do you have Playboy models on the back of your hat? No. It makes sense. Why not do it? But no, I had a kind of a scary incident today at this truck stop. This guy backing up almost hit me twice. And I finally got out and I was like, listen, I'll help you back into this spot, or take one of the other 500 spots that are here. He's actually pulling out right now, right next to me. I don't understand why some people have to force their hand. You're driving a big ass piece of equipment. You don't have to force it into tiny little spots. I'm parked on the end where nobody is supposed to park on my passenger side. Well, he figures he's gonna kind of weasel his way in there, and there's no need to. There's hundreds of spots at this truck stop that he could have chose. But yeah, that's always scary. I don't want to get hit. I watch too much of that Bonehead Truckers and see people ripping their hoods off, and it just scares me. I don't want that crap to happen to me. Anyways. Oh, what's up, Nomadic Break? Drive safe, man. Thanks for listening. Yeah, Decatur, Illinois. Just got back from Cole Township, PA. Oh, okay. I'm not too far from that area. I'm in Decatur quite a bit. Hot Seat said that. So yeah, I just thought I'd go live again tonight. I'm bored. Drew some people last night, had some conversations. Maybe I can do it again. It is kind of early though. I mean, it's only, 5:45 Central, 6:45 Eastern. So people are probably working, people still driving. I got up early and was able to get off the road early. So now I just sit and wait. What do you guys and girls do when you have a lot of downtime? I don't I don't have a TV in my truck. I do read. I read quite a bit. I don't really have any games on my phone. Sometimes I'll watch movies on my phone, watch TV shows. But that's like another thing. So my wife and I, I don't know if you guys and girls watch the TV show Dexter, right? Remember it was a big show, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. Well, now they came back with a new Dexter, and our deal was we were both going to watch it when it came out, and then we would talk about it on the telephone, just something to bullshit about. Sometimes hearing the same thing, like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm walking the dog. It just gets boring. So we thought we'd watch a show together at separate times and then discuss it. Well, I haven't watched it by myself. She will, and then when I go home, we'll rewatch it again. It's just, man, this guy almost took out this guy to the left of me. Just absolutely crazy out here. But yeah, what do you guys and girls do for fun when you have a lot of downtime? When you have time to, like, actually relax? I usually try and get a good dinner or a good lunch, but I have my cooler full of food and I don't want to go into the truck stop and eat that crap. So let me get to a couple of these comments. Sterling and Nomadic Brit have said stuff. What would you have done differently in 2021? You're headed towards home. Like, business-wise, maybe bought a trailer. I probably would have bought a trailer. Nomadic Brit. I'll edit videos and watch YouTube. Brought my banjo on the truck recently, and it's a fun to practice. Sterling said that. Yeah. I've thought about that. I don't play the guitar. I don't play any instruments, but I've thought about maybe trying to learn, but let's be honest, it'd probably sit in the passenger seat here and never get used. I don't know. This might sound really cheesy, and I apologize if it's cheesy, but I think it's kind of a good idea. Obviously, I'm documenting, it's kind of documenting my life, I guess, by making YouTube videos and going live. It's going to be on there until YouTube's gone. You know what I mean? But I've started kind of like journaling. You can make fun of me. Go ahead. You can hate on it. But I've started journaling. Just not like personal, like, emotions, but, just my day. Something that, I can look back on when I'm old and remember. And I got this idea from my grandfather. My grandfather was a World War II and Korean War vet. And as he got older, after my grandmother died, my mom, my dad, and my aunt would go and visit him. And he grew up on the Apostle Islands, which are in Lake Superior. It's a bunch of different islands, like Raspberry Island, Devil's Island, Madeline Island. There's tons of them. And that's where my grandfather grew up. He lived on an island in the middle of Lake Superior. His dad was a lighthouse keeper back in the day. So my grandfather would get shipped to Duluth, Minnesota during the school year and live with like friends so he could go to school and attend school. But anyways, getting back to why I'm journaling is the older my grandfather got, he started talking more and more about like the wars and things that he experienced, friends he lost, things that I never knew he did. And my mother and my aunt just started writing all that stuff down. My grandfather passed away a couple of years ago now, but it's nice to like look at that journal and be like, wow, my grandfather, in my eyes is an absolute hero. Any veteran's a hero in my eyes, to be honest with you. But when it's like your blood and it's your family, I get a sense of pride knowing that my grandfather fought for, the rights that I have today and for countless other people's, just like every veteran. I have the utmost respect for veterans because it's something that, I couldn't do. So I started journaling. just because I thought maybe one day somebody will look back at this and read what my life is like on the road. Let me get to a couple of comments here. Yeah, hey Sterling, I see you block something. Keep doing that, man. That's why I give you guys wrenches. I'm so small, and let's be honest, like, I'd probably get offended or hurt and not do this anymore, and I kind of enjoy it. So anyways, this trucking life, your grandfather sounds like a wise man. Yeah, he was. Why does that name sound so familiar? This trucking life. Moderator. This trucking life. It just sounds so familiar. Hot seat. I drop in hook. Oh, I drop in hook and have very little downtime, but put the earbuds in and walk the lot on a rest. Yeah, so I walk. I do a lot of stretching too. The years of, like, getting checked into the boards, and I played football too. So, like, my body, even at 41, like, man, there's parts of my body, I should be careful what I say. Like, my back hurts a lot, my knees might get stiff. So I get out and stretch a lot. And I'm probably that guy that gets filmed not working out, not doing push-ups on the asphalt, but I'm stretching, on the side of my truck or in front of my truck sometimes, Thanks, Nomadic Brit. It's really close just to a trucking wife. Sorry. You come from a hot seat. You come from a good family, and it shows. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do come from a good family. My mother and father are very, they're very good people. My mother is probably like the most kind-hearted person I know. She can find the best in everybody, and that's just a quality a lot of people don't have. I don't have that quality. I'm a very cynical human being, to be honest with you. I've had, like, ups and downs in life that kind of made me jaded to certain parts of life, and so I'm a very cynical human being. It might not show doing this because this is just something I'm enjoying. So, if the right buttons get pushed, then I don't do this anymore, meaning like YouTube, and I find another outlet. But my mother finds the best in everybody, and that's just a quality people really don't have anymore. And my father, man, my work ethic is a direct reflection off of, like, both my mother and father. Like, watching my dad work as hard as he did. And my mom was a teacher, but also waitressed on the side. She had two boys, my brother and I, and we played sports. We played hockey. We played we played every sport you could. And then the older we got, hockey became like number one. So my mom waitressed on the side to, like, put us through hockey and buy us all of our gear. At the time I didn't realize how, like, meaningful that was and how hard my parents had to work. And when I look back at it now, it's like, man, I was blessed. I was kind of a punk as a kid, and I think that's because I don't like using the word spoiled, because we were just kind of a middle class family, but my parents gave me a lot, and I appreciate everything they've ever done for me. But I'll get to a couple of these. Man, a couple of people in here. This trucking life, it's really close to just trucking wife, LOL. Yeah, we're not. Sorry, my cell phone went off. My pre-trip is done. Found a loose mud flap, but I'll get home. Deliver tomorrow, then putting the truck in for service and heater core. Ooh, heater core. Do you have a shop you're able to go to, Sterling? Like, I've watched your video, like, the company you're leased onto. I mean, I don't even know if you're leased onto a company, to be honest with you, man. I saw the name on the side of your truck and just assumed you have your own authority. Oh, yeah, this trucking life, or you recognize me from some of Cassius King streams. Yeah, that's probably where I recognize you. You just look super familiar. But Yeah, let's talk about my boy Cash. I love that dude. You know what? He's the one. So if you look at this hat, it says keep on trucking. That's kind of what I like to say at the end of videos and stuff like that. And I understand it is by no means like my entitlement to say that, but it's just funny. He sent me a picture of this hat, and then ever since he's got it, he keeps wearing it. And I don't know if you watched his video today. At the end of his video, he made the comment, "Oh, just keep on keep on trucking." You know, I laugh at that stuff. I like the humor that I find with the people that I associate with in this industry. Especially when they're just like subliminal shots, you know, shots fired across the bow, and you just laugh when you see it. And then you try and think of something, you know. I mean, why don't we all be safe tonight and take care of one another out there? I think that's what he usually closes with. But yeah, no, I got a video coming out probably tomorrow. I interviewed a buddy of mine who is a successful business owner outside of trucking, but yet is trucking right now. It's kind of a cool, I think it's a cool interview. He's my friend, and I find it very interesting that, you know, he's driving a truck right now today, and he's a successful business owner. There's a reason for that. It's not that his business is, you know, hurting or anything like that. Watch the video and you'll kind of hear why he's driving a truck right now. But it got me thinking when I was talking to him. I don't know how long all you guys and girls have had your CDL licenses, but when I look back at that, so I knew college like wasn't for me. I tried it. It you know, I did well in a couple of courses I took, but it just wasn't for me. Like once I graduated high school, I didn't want any more schooling. So I took a job and got, you know, the company that I worked for told me one day, hey, you have to go get your CDL. And I was 19 years old. And, you know, they paid for my license. They paid for my test. They paid for everything. They trained me. So I got it, and it got me more money back then. Now, this was back in 1999. So I'm about to throw out a dollar amount. And it's crazy to think that I used to do this job. I used to haul drywall. If you've ever hauled drywall, you're either driving a boom truck or you're in a flatbed. I was in a flatbed. So that stuff had to be broken down, put on carts, or carried from the road into houses, upstairs, downstairs. I got paid $12 an hour to do that. You know, my daughter makes like $17 an hour folding burritos right now. I mean, times really have changed, and it's weird. Like, you know, I remember being a kid and hearing my dad say those statements, or even my grandfather. My grandfather and I were really close. Oh, I can't get emotional on YouTube. Just thinking about him all of a sudden. My grandfather and I were really close, and he would always tell me how much things had changed. And when I think back, you know, to like, let's say 21, that wasn't that long ago for me, and so much has changed. I mean, I have teenage daughters that the stuff they know how to do, I don't know how they know how to do it. And I mean electronically, on phones, on tablets, on MacBooks. Like, the stuff they can do just blows my mind. And I feel so inadequate and dumb when I'm staring at my phone, not even knowing how to, well, perfect example, how to hide comments on this screen. I never even knew how to do that. A guy last night in Nevada had to walk me through it while I was live on how to hide comments. You know, it's kind of funny. Let me get to these. Love Cash is King. Yeah, I love Cash is King too. Yeah, I saw that today. Let me think. Oh yeah, Cat, you must be talking about Cash is King's video. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I do a lot of Sterling. I do a lot of my own work. On my own authority. I got a few shops in town I trust. use blah blah blah. Yeah. Well, see, I thought you had your own authority. The last video I saw when you showed the side of your truck, I thought you had your own authority. You know, I don't even need to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Hey, with both feet, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. If you ever find a good mechanics and good shop out there, let us know. I'm thinking of starting a channel up based on that type of content. All right, yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, I gotta make sure the shop and the people I use are comfortable with me. How can I say this? I don't use any big name shop, really. You know, obviously you saw me, I went to a Mac dealership. If I need to go to a dealership, I'll go to a Mac Volvo dealership. Otherwise, a lot of my work is done by like independent mechanics, and I got a good friend that is a fleet mechanic for a big company, and he will, to be honest, he'll let me pull in right into their garage and he'll help me work on my truck. I'm lucky that way. Not everybody's like that. And the guy I'm leased onto, DIY Semi, I mean, that guy can do just about anything. And it's awesome because I'm learning so much. And that's really what I want to do. That, you know what? That's kind of a good business goal, is learn more about my truck. I mean, I learn a lot, but it's always good to learn more. Sorry. I'll forget that in a minute, so I have to write it down. That's something I need to do too. I need to come up with some business goals. I think business goals are important. I think it's a good idea to like strive for something. But also sometimes you can put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you might be doing everything right, and if you've set yourself some lofty goals, sometimes you can get discouraged. I'm told a lot by people that I trust and people that have like helped me to like kind of enjoy the moment that I'm in. So maybe that's something I need to work on too. Enjoy more of the moment. I don't always need to be thinking about the next step or the next move, but that's just the way it is for me. So yeah, anybody have a topic we should talk about tonight? Otherwise, I don't know. I took a shower earlier today. I like stopping in the middle of the day to take showers. Usually you can get right in. Truck stops are wide open. I take 95% of my showers at like a TA or a Petro, just because I can use my points there. That's something I want to talk about. Has anybody noticed problems with like needing to do parked regens for poor quality def out of TA stations? I quit getting def out of TA stations, truck stops. I never had to do a parked regen in 12 months. And then I stopped and filled my tank up at a TA, and I had to do like 2 parked regens back, and like one got completed, then I had to do another one. Oh shoot, my connection sucks. I'm sorry if I'm all choppy. I apologize. Let me get to some of these. Hot seat, I'll shout out Fleet Master in Illinois to start. Effingham, Illinois. Oh, okay. I've made a couple of videos on like shops when I broke down in where did I break down? Where did I blow my radiator? North Dakota. R&D, I believe, was the shop that helped. The shop that just fixed my boost sensor was NUSS, NUSS, Truck and Equipment Repair, which is in the Mac Volvo like service network, and that was in Rochester, Minnesota. Otherwise, like I said, the shops I use are small independent guys. I could always ask them if they want me to say their name. I'm trying to be respectful on here too. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody wants their name said on YouTube, and I actually got some heat from that. I'll be honest with you. I got some heat for not sharing the name of the carrier I'm leased onto. You know what? I found the carrier I'm leased onto. Now, it was through channels, but I did my research. Why just give something out? And then especially if the carrier asks you not to, why do it? You know, that's not being selfish. That actually pissed me off when I saw that. I'm not a selfish human being. I'm just respectful. And if somebody says no to something, I respect that. I don't see what the problem is with that. And I don't see what the problem is with doing a little bit of research. Nobody, like, held my hand to figure this stuff out for me. Now, once I got into it, did I have help? Yeah. But I think everybody should have help when they get into it. Find mentors. Find people that you trust in this industry. You know, like Hot Seat. That was you that said that, right? About, I'm making sure it's you, that talked about throwing out mechanics. You know, that's like a helpful tip. You know what I mean? You would, if somebody asked you that, you would throw them out. Fleet Master, I think you said, in Effingham, Illinois. You know, find people like that you can ask questions about. We shouldn't all be out here doing it like 100% on our own. I mean, I don't, at least for me, that wouldn't work. I would struggle doing everything on my own. Let me get to a couple of comments here. I might stay in Chippewa Valley tonight. Oh, that's a nice area. Sorry. Hey, both feet. I already said hi. Good mechanics, Nomadic Brit. I will shout out Fleet Masters. I read that. I'm right here with you. Have a lot of experience with four-wheelers, but this semi-truck stuff is new to me. Learned a lot from YouTube already, but getting my hands on the truck helps me learn better. Absolutely. I fully agree with that with both feet. You know what I find funny about trucks? This sensor, you know, sorry, I should have kept the old one. You know, my sensor was like this big. The boost sensor is super small. It's held in by two little bolts, and you unplug it and plug it back in. Something that small, that simple, affected my truck that greatly. I mean, it's funny how, obviously, when you get into having to tear the motor apart and stuff like that, things get way out of control, like for me, in my mind. But there's so many little things that I'm able to do to my truck today that I wasn't able to do 12 months ago, and they're super simple and they're super easy. And you can find great content on YouTube to like help you do that. I mean, something as simple as changing your fuel filters. I mean, as a company driver, I never had to do that. Now, I've changed my oil in my cars that I've had in the past, so I kind of had an idea on what to do, but then watching YouTube and asking people for help, I'm not afraid to do that now. I'll put on all my dirty clothes because I don't like to smell like diesel fuel. But Hot Seat. I listened to DIY and stopped getting deaf at TA. Yeah, I don't want to talk bad. Like, don't do it. I'm at a TA right now and I got fuel and I didn't get deaf. I know multiple trucks in our fleet have had issues with deaf coming out of TA truck stops. I've actually started, so I get really good fuel discounts. But let me talk about this, and I'm sure everybody in this chat already knows about it. But Mudflap is getting real aggressive. And what I mean by that is some of their fuel discounts in certain parts of the country are like way better than my not way better, are better than the fuel discounts I get from my fleet card, which we get good fuel discounts. So yeah, if you're not using Mudflap or kind of gave up on it because you were only seeing 15-20 cents savings, maybe take another look at it, especially if you drive like the corridor through Wisconsin into Illinois or over into Minnesota. Minnesota's got way more mud flap stops than they ever used to have. When they came out, they had like 5. And now if you go in on the metro area, there's tons of mud flap stops in that network. You know, maybe take another look at it. Might save you some money. And I don't know about you, but I like to save money. Nomadic Brit, I heard TA is having DEF problems. They are. I guess sorry. You know what? I feel gross to do that. Sorry, I just got a text. They are having problems with their DEF. And I just don't want to deal with it. So I've been getting my DEF at Love's, and it seems to be, I haven't had any more problems with it. I don't know what they're doing here, but they're doing something. Or their supply, you know, whatever. That's conspiracy. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's gorgeous out here in Pennsylvania. You know, I left home and I think it was like -4 when I left home, and it's like 40 some degrees still, and it's, you know, dark out. It's nice out. I don't even have my bunk heater on right now. It's funny how I really do kind of live in the tundra, you know. I'm not saying we get the most snow, because we don't anymore. I don't know what's going on, but we used to get a ton of snow. We don't get as much snow anymore, but it's just brutally cold. It's crazy how cold it gets. I'm going to read a couple of comments here. The 2 that I haven't read already. And if I don't get to your comment, I apologize. Maybe say something again and I'll get to it, just because sometimes I never understood what Cassius King would say when he's like, oh, the chat jumped on me. I understand what he's talking about now. But with both feet, I got 99 cents off in Salt Lake a couple of weeks ago. Less than $3 a gallon, Sap Brothers. Yes. So there was a Sap Brothers that I just stopped at earlier today to get some, what did I need? Oh, I needed windshield washer fluid. And I checked, because that's normally, the Sap Brothers I stopped at normally is a really good mud flap. But my fuel discount with my fleet card was better here tonight. Do you ever feel a Quick Trip? Hot Seat. I love Quick Trip. Quick Trip is phenomenal. Yes, I fuel up at them. There's one that's pretty close to where I park my truck when I'm at home. So I got another guy backing up right by me again. And I you know what? I don't know how to do this. Maybe I can. No, I don't want to do that. I was going to hold my phone up. I don't like putting phones in people's faces. You might get punched for that. And I just had a lot of work done to my pretty teeth here. I don't want to get them knocked out. But there's really no reason to park next to me. None whatsoever. So now I need to stay vigilant. So if I kind of stop talking or am looking away, it's because I'm trying to protect my asset. At least he's a flatbedder. They're really, you know, they have to back up in construction sites and stuff all the time. So I got faith in a flatbedder. I didn't have faith in the guy that parked next to me, though, earlier. Horrible. Horrible. Plus, I don't like getting out and trying to guide people. I will if I think it protects me or protects the truck next to me. I'll get out and kind of make sure they're okay. For a couple of reasons. A, I don't want the driver to feel... That guy did really good. I don't want the driver to feel like I'm, like, saying he's doing something wrong. And I don't want to be responsible for, like, if he accidentally hits something. Oh, I had a spotter out there. I don't want that. I don't want that liability on me. Let me get to a couple of comments. With both feet, hot seat, Pop-Tart gun, trucking, checking in. What I missed? Not much. You didn't miss much. Just BS, and I'm bored tonight. Thought I'd get in. Cash is king. Oh, I thought this was just trucking. No, but check it out, Cash. Check it out. Thanks for the tip, buddy. Pop-Tart Gone Trucking. I'm just sitting at Sap Brothers now in Utah. Okay. Saying hi to Cash, saying hi to Cash. I could get fuel cheaper at TA, but I don't support their business practices. Well, you know, me and you have talked about that, and I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to do what you and me talked about. But right now, I still will get fuel at TA. Doesn't mean I like them. It's just cheap, and I'm a cheap guy. People saying hi to their truckers. What? Trucker Assistant Coach TV. What? I don't know what you're asking. You can go away. Sterling, I know that taco truck. Oh, okay, yeah, you guys are all talking to each other. That's cool. But yeah, I don't know. Let's kind of figure out a topic to talk about. Otherwise, it's just going to be a trucker rambling, which is fine too. I don't mind talking. Like I said, I got time to kill. I ate already. I don't really want to watch TV, and I don't want to go to bed yet. The way that I'm set up, I'm doing an out and back. So I'm coming out here. Everything got screwed up when I broke down. My delivery date changed, which, you know, it had to, and I'm glad the broker worked with me and worked with my dispatcher on that. But now, tomorrow after I deliver, I have more downtime before I pick up and head back. So I kind of want to stay up a little bit, get to my appointment tomorrow morning, get unloaded, but like kind of sleep during the day, if that makes sense. So if I go to bed right now, that's not going to happen. I don't know, I've been thinking about getting a hotel. How many of you guys and girls like get a hotel if you have, you know, 16 hours to kill? You know, I'm thinking about doing that. Thinking about getting a hotel. I've done it a couple other times. It's nice to feel a little human, I guess. Like, you have your own bathroom, your own shower. You know, I don't mind getting a hotel every now and then. I got points too, so I can use the points to get a free room if I wanted to. Let me get to some of these. Nomadic Brit. I only use Pilot Flying J because of discounts. Yep. I hear buying fuel at the TA will give you bumps on your privates. Is that the problem I'm having? Huh. Anyways, Pop-Tart Gone Trucking. What is trailer trucking? Shouldn't have to ask. Shouldn't have to ask. Trailer trucking is what do you call that? A line that I stole from somebody, and I just like how it sounds. So yeah, we're trailer trucking out here. I'll give props where props are due. DIY Semi says that a lot, and without really knowing it, I just started saying it and started using it, and now it's you know, I'm not gonna stop using it. So we're trailer trucking out here. Just looking at some of these comments again real quick. Truckers will listen to a guy ramble on a 10-hour live, so no worries, ramble on. Yeah, but that guy's got way more stuff to say than me. I'm one of the truckers that listens to it. I don't know. I don't have that kind of drive, you know. And I don't know as much as he might. Trucker Assistant Coach TV, that guy must be a genius. What guy are we talking about? The guy that can ramble on for 10 hours? Yeah, he is. I often get Sterling, I often get a hotel when I get burned out. Yeah, see, I'm not burned out though, man. Well, let's be honest. Let's call a spade, man. I've had a lot of time off in the last, I think in the last 5 weeks I've worked 1 week. I took 2 weeks off for Christmas, worked a week, and then took another, it wasn't another 2 weeks off, it was like another week off. And now I'm back on the road. So I'm not burnt out yet. I have been burned out, especially with all the when we were running exempt a lot. I got burned out, but I'm okay. You know, I drink a lot of caffeine. Although, you know, I quit drinking Monster, and anybody that knows me will tell you I used to shake. Like, I would sit here and do this. I'm not shaking anymore, and I think that's just due to not drinking Monsters. I still have one every now and then. If I know I'm going to be like driving through the night, I'll grab one, or I'll grab a cup of coffee. I'll go half and half. I'll go regular coffee with decaf, and it's helped my like shakes. You know, if I was an alcoholic, I would say I'm going through withdrawals, but I don't drink. So we don't. I don't know. I'm gonna add this guy as a moderator. Oh, let me read some of these comments. That guy must be a genius. OTG, yeah, dude. James Best is cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to them. Trucker assistant coach TB Spade Jeremy, yo, what's up, man? Hey, Scott, glad to see you're doing well. Yeah, I am, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you and your family are doing great, man. Anybody around? Sorry. Pop-Tart Gone Trucking. Anybody around Midwest or East Coast? How is the roads? We're heading east. So I just came from the Midwest out east. Roads are fine. They're perfect. Even so, I came from Minnesota. Minnesota out here to Pennsylvania, roads are perfect. Once you get to like through Indiana, or like halfway through Indiana, there's not even snow on the ground. Dud Hemsworth. I was the one that got DIY semi saying trailer trucking. Okay. Semi. I think it's pronounced semi. I sometimes catch myself saying DIY semi. Anyways, DIY Dud is a liar. What's up, DIY? How you doing today, man? Yeah, we're gonna ramble then. Let's ramble. I have a horrible habit. I don't smoke cigars, although I'm not opposed to it. I'm not gonna like. I need to be quiet. Yeah. Oh, I had a great day today, man. Easy driving, easy trailer trucking. I did something that I never do, and you know what that is? I took toll roads all the way from Illinois out to Pennsylvania. Now I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for taking the Indiana tollway, and I get it, but I just wanted to try it because I always dodge tolls. And this time I just made the decision after I broke down, hey, I'm going to get out to where I need to go as soon as possible, and I'm just going to take the toll roads. You know what? I'm going to add up all the costs, especially with rates the way they are. I might run them more. Now, I'm not going to run the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That's freaking crazy. But I might start taking more tolls. I did a video last week, I think. I ended up paying 375 tolls last year, and I think it was around 500 bucks, or no, it was more than that. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I wish I could remember the number. Maybe I'll go back and watch one of my old videos. Get to a couple of these comments. Pop-Tart Gun Trucking, roads are great everywhere on the West Coast. Good running. Pop-Tart Gun Trucking, nomadic, how you been? Cash is king. How did you only spend $500 on tolls last year? No. I spent more than $500. What I was saying is I paid 375 tolls total. I don't remember the cost. It wasn't that crazy though. It was more than 500 bucks, obviously. Let me think here. I bet it, yeah. I don't remember. Go back and watch one of my old videos, Cash is King, and hit the thumbs up for me. Hot seat. Do you basically run the same hours, or is your clock constantly shifting around doing reefer? I don't run the same hours. Lately I've kind of, I mean, it's not just me. I have somebody that finds loads for me. I've been doing a lot of out and backs. What I mean by that, obviously everybody probably knows, but I'll run to an area that I like and then just get back to the Midwest, back to Minnesota, because freight's actually booming out of Minnesota right now. So I get back to Minnesota and then go back. So when I do that, my clock kind of stays the same, but running reefer, you are like manipulating your clock a lot just because of the hours. You're sleeping when you can. I mean, Cash talks about that. DIY Semi talks about that. I don't really know many other YouTubers that run reefer. I know there's probably hundreds that do, and I just don't watch them. So yeah, your clock is always kind of changing. You have no real sleep patterns. You sleep when you can. But I like that. I like the challenge. Running reefer isn't for everybody. Just like running flatbed and running dry van and tanker. I mean, no matter what it is you haul, that might not be right for the next person. I happen to really like running reefer freight. And I work for a carrier that specializes in that. So I would be kind of dumb to show up for the carrier I'm leased onto. Not that he wouldn't do it, but in a dry van or a flatbed, why not do what the carrier I'm leased onto like specializes in and is very successful at? Makes sense to me. But yeah, your clock's messed up. Your sleep patterns are messed up. There's times I'll get home and I'm either really, really tired when I walk in the door. And once again, my wife is she's phenomenal. She really is. She understands that and will let me crash out for a while. Or there's times I get home and it's 3:30 in the morning and I'm still wide awake and can't go to sleep. I'll get to a couple of these. Cash is King. I got to be honest, I just skipped to the end of your video so I could hear your famous tagline. You know what? I should have done that to your video today, and I shouldn't have commented until I watched the whole thing. Dud Hemsworth. Dud for the win. Okay. DIY Semi. Does he ever lose? You don't. Are you talking about me? No, I always win. But that's because of who I put. That's kind of egotistical. No, man. We're doing good. We're doing good, DIY. Sean, do you think Cash is King really was an ex-stripper at Flying J TV Room? Well, so there's a place called Sex World in Minneapolis. I went down there one night and I saw something that awfully, he was, I bet he was. Cash knows how to make money, man. That's why he's Cash is King. He knows how to make money. I don't think he's ashamed at how he makes the money either. DIY Semi. This is from Sterling. DIY Semi. Any experience running on board scales in your fleet? Running on board scales. I don't know what a board scale is. Is that like a set? I don't know what that means. So you're talking about something I don't understand. So enlighten me. Tell me what that means, because I don't know and I probably need to know what that means. Dud. DIY Semi. Sterling. Have a few like them. DIY Semi. Through a little hole in the wall. Did you see? Poke in the eye. What? All right, Sean. So was it a turbo sensor on the Bulldog? Yeah, it was a boost sensor is what they call it, which also has, what is it, EM something or other. Yeah, it was just a little sensor that went out, and they replaced it. And I actually, to be honest with you, I think the sensor was going out for a while because I feel like I even have more power than I did before. So yeah, I'm glad I got fixed. Cheap part too. I think the sensor was like $50, something like that. I mean, it wasn't crazy expensive. Cash's side hustle is trucking. That's from Hot Seat. Yeah. A hole in the wall at Sex World. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be quiet. My wife watches this. My family watches this. Come on, keep it clean, DIY. Keep it clean. I'll kick you to the curb, bro. Keep it clean. Anyways, Pop-Tart Gone Trucking. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. Hot Seat, thank you for stopping in. People are bouncing out now because I'm not cool. Sean, Mac just might be cheaper to fix if it was only $50. Okay, so the part was $50. My total bill ended up being like $225. But I also had them change fuel filters in my truck just because the truck had sat for a couple of weeks in very cold weather. And it's coming close to where I was going to have to change them anyways. So the cool thing is I carry extra fuel filters with me in my truck and they put them right on. I didn't get charged for that. Yeah, so I got charged for, I think it was 1 hour of labor, which the labor was like $158. And then I got charged $50 or something like that, $55 for the, for the sensor. I will say though, I have gotten some other stuff fixed on the Mac that is pretty expensive. My radiator, in my mind, was very expensive. I know another guy that told me the radiator in his truck was like $400 or $500. Matter of fact, it was DIY, and mine was, I think, like $1,600. So just the radiator, just the part. So there are some things that are probably more expensive than like on your Freightliner or your Columbia. Well, Columbia is a Freightliner, but you know what I'm getting at. But yeah, maybe it's a little bit more expensive because it lasts longer. I mean, the problems I've had in this truck, I've shared this before, so I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, are normal issues, normal wear and tear. The fact that I know the life of this truck, the stuff I've replaced, I was expecting to replace. All the other trucks I've driven in the course of my 20-year career, I've had way more problems with. This truck, I could not be happier, and I would recommend that people go and look at them. At least take a look at them. I know we all see them, in the landfills, in the dirt work and stuff like that, but really take a look at a Mack truck. Is it a Kenworth T680? No, it's not. Is it a Freightliner, Cascadia? Nope, it's not. It's a Mack. It's a Pinnacle, or it's an Anthem. But I would, if you're looking at reasonable price trucks, it's going to be a Mack Pinnacle. It's going to be probably the same model that I have, and it's very efficient. It is a great truck. If you watch the previous video that I did about my yearly costs, my maintenance costs were next to nothing. I I understand that's going to be like this. You're going to have years that you pay a ton. You're going to have years that you don't pay much. I understand that. I'm not an idiot. But the overall expense, if you break it down for the month, was, over a 12-month span, under $1,000 a month. And, you have the way that I do my oil changes every, like 3 months, I have to get an oil change every 2.5. So the overall cost of maintenance was super low. And I believe for me, that's part of why I was as successful as I was last year. Why I was able to achieve the stuff I achieved was a hard work in the truck. Hard work in the truck, man. You know, if you're set on wanting 9.5 miles a gallon, 10 miles a gallon, even 8 miles a gallon, you're not going to get that in this model that I have. Maybe if your gear ratios are different than mine, you will. Because I think there was one truck in our fleet that was getting really high fuel mileage. Wasn't mine. Let me get some of these comments. What was wrong with that radiator hot seat? What are you getting at? I don't know what I'm getting at. I don't know. What was wrong with that radiator? I blew my radiator, put a hole in the bottom left corner, like almost like kind of a couple of pin size holes. And how I noticed it was I walked out, I stopped, got something to eat, and I walked out and I saw antifreeze under my truck. So I lifted up the hood and looked and couldn't see anything leaking, and started the truck and nothing was leaking. And but when they tested it, when they pressure tested it, it was spewing out. So yeah, they replaced it. Nevada. Oh, Nevada Trucking and Trails. What's up, man? Nice to see you again. Oh, I'm here to blow up the... You know what, though? I hope you didn't take that as like a knock last night. You were the only one talking. I have no problem with that. It was just hard keeping up with everything you were saying. I have no problem with you saying anything as long as it's respectful. I have no problem with it. Skinny Peters. I see you at the truck stop the other day. I tried to get your attention, but you wouldn't look over. I holler at you on the CB. My handle is Red and Tacky. Oh, that was you. That was you that... I think I came back. With Red and Tacky ain't... No, I'm not going to say that. I don't like Red and Tacky. So I probably didn't talk to you, Skinny Peters. Whoever you are. Trucker Assistant Coach TV in Nevada. What else you gonna blow? I ain't gay. I just been on the road a long time. Hey man, we all look at things every now and then. I sometimes look at myself. I need to be... Alright. Nevada, looking for a lesson. Takes one to know one. Sean, max cheaper to rebuild, I think too. So I looked at the price when I just have started Googling the prices of like their rebuild kits. And I compared it to a Cummins rebuild, and it is cheaper than a Cummins rebuild. But who knows what the labor is going to be, and just because something says that online doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. Sorry. Trucker Assistant Coach TV, blew your radiator? How'd you get your mouth around the open hole? I stretched it. Just kept stretching. No offense taken. Okay, good, Nevada. Yeah. Let's all be respectful to each other. Tell us more about manipulating your clock. No. Nope. Skinny Peters, I got a feeling you might call on me if you're seeing me at truck stops and trying to holler at me. Maybe you didn't have the milkshake. Didn't you know the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard? I'm losing my mind. You guys are going sideways. Yeah, we're going sideways quick. Let's pull it back together. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to talk about. We could talk about the freight is still great. Yep. I think we're all aware of that. We all know the freight's booming right now. At least in the areas I run, it's crazy. Sorry, I got a what do you call that? Charlie horse going on. Kind of hurts. I don't know. Can't think. You know, not to be sad or like break down the mood, but I had a memory on Facebook today. 2 years ago today, the guy that taught me how to drive a truck passed away. His name was Chris. So rest in peace, Chris. I learned a lot from that guy. And he was young. He was only like 11 years older than me. Died of colon cancer. So yeah, I had that memory today, and it kind of flooded me with all the things. Like, I worked in the construction field, and that's how I got my license, my CDL. And this guy taught me so much. I worked with him exclusively in his truck for like 2.5, 3 years before I got my own truck. It was about 2 years. And he taught me so much about that style of work that we were doing. I really miss him. You know, I had called him, I don't know, maybe about a year before I made the decision to become an owner operator, because he used to own 3 trucks, and I was just asking him his opinion on stuff, and he was like, "Oh, you should do it, Scott. You should do it." And by the time I ended up getting this truck and taking that leap, he had already passed away. It would have been nice to call him and been like, "Chris, I did it, man." You know, he would have been proud. So yeah, I had that memory today. It sucks. But, you know, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow, I guess. But anyways. Trucker assistant coach. What's under the funnel? Sean, DIY was right. Equipment shortages didn't end after holidays. Yeah, no, these shortages are real. There's stuff. I'm glad that I've kind of prepared for that. I have some stuff in case I can't find it when I'm out here on the road. There is a shortage on a lot of things, and that's just, you know what, I don't want to say we need to like not continue to discuss it, because it is a discussion topic, but how long are we going to discuss it before we just take action and do something about it? And what I mean by that is prepare. I mean, talk about the shortages all you want, and if you're the one looking for a fuel filter in a month, that's nobody's fault but your own. You know, prepare. Be ahead of the curve. You know, Chris is Jesus now. Okay. What's on the agenda for tomorrow's vlog? So, finishing, that was from Nevada. Sorry, Nevada Trucking and Trails. I'm finishing this. I'm finishing the Pennsylvania to Minnesota to Pennsylvania run, and then I don't know after that. I got some video ideas. I want to really, you know what, to be honest, like I want to learn. I might take tomorrow, since I have some time, and really get on my computer and like find good editing stuff, and you know, try and make a go of this. Why not? You know, try and make a go at YouTube. Try and be, you know, why not try it? You know, could be life changing. How many people's lives have changed because of YouTube? You know, thousands, millions probably. Little kids checking out toys are like multi-millionaires now. You know, so that's what I'm gonna do. Finish this vlog that I'm working on right now, and then hopefully create some more videos. Nevada trailer trucking. Come on. Truck tour. Yeah, I'll give you a truck tour. That's kind of what I'm talking about, man. I wrote down your video idea. Stay motivated. You're good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Trying. You do a lot of video blowing out your trailer. Yeah. I did that once already, didn't I? The coffee. Blowing out the coffee. I think I already did that. I'm thinking about doing toy reviews on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Cash is king. I'm thinking about doing toy reviews on YouTube. I just got to get over to the Lion's Den and get some. Yeah, I knew where that was going. I stay away from those. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe. God, just think of the channel name you could create though. That'd be, you would get content. You get content. Make one with birthday cake. Anyways. Gmail. Yeah, I didn't get to you, man. I'm sorry. I was gonna email you today and I didn't do it. I just got busy. And yeah, kind of forgot, to be honest with you. That's the other thing. Like here on YouTube, like how How close do you want to get to other YouTubers, man? You know? I'm not saying that about you, Nevada. I'm just saying, like, there's so much, like, I don't know. I'm starting to think some of the hate that I see on YouTube is just because people are jealous. You know? There's no reason to be jealous. We should all be getting whatever we want. You know what I mean? Rates are good. We're all working. We're all trailer trucking. We're making money. Why is there all this freaking animosity? Why every day is there somebody hating on somebody else? You know? I don't know. I'm sure tomorrow somebody will hate on me. And then I'll have to shut down this little channel. Anyways. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. Somebody give me an idea. A shirtless video of your stretches. Yeah. So, you want to hear a funny... No, I'm going to keep that to myself. DJ ad. What you sipping? Diet Mountain Dew, man. Diet Mountain Dew. It's either Diet Mountain Dew, water, or I have a couple of carbonated waters in my cooler here. Nevada Trucking and Trails, I keep it professional. I fall for tick for tack, but I never attack someone. Horrible after reacting, call it ego. Yeah, man, I get it. I understand. I mean, do you own cowboy shorts? I don't own cowboy shorts. I own cowboy boots. Does that count? What was that movie where the guy just walked in with cowboy boots? Indecent Proposal or something? With Demi Moore? Was it Demi Moore? Remember where she had to sleep with the guy for like $1 million? Woody Harrelson? Wasn't it Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore, and somebody else? DIY semi. Be cautious of YouTube friendships. Yeah, I agree, man. DIY semi. Do you own... Oh, sorry. I said cowboy shorts. Booty shorts. No, don't own booty shorts. Diet Mountain Dew actually has orange juice in it. Hashtag facts. Has orange juice in it? You're probably right. Nah, I can't read it right now. You're probably right. Hashtag facts, huh? The haters on YouTube suffer from lack of personality. You don't have to worry. You're a good dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Try to be real talk. So, yeah. I don't know. I say it all the time, but like staying in my lane, like doing my thing was working for me. I would hate to like have it blow up in my face because of a, you know, animosity with somebody or you know, being a dick about something. Anything I say is based off of like my experience. And I think, like I've said last night, obviously the owner-operator experience is not there with some of the people that are in this chat. You've been doing it much longer than me. However, like you might be an owner-operator and have 20 years of owner-operator experience. I have just as much experience driving as you do. Doesn't mean that I'm any better or any worse. It means that like we can learn from each other and we can build on that. You know, I don't know. You can call it, what's the term people use for that? Like they're idealists? You know, maybe I'm an idealist. Maybe I think we could all do a little bit better on our part to like, you know, just be better human beings. I've kind of been awakened in the last year of stuff that I see, to be honest with you, and stuff that's going on. And I really look at, as a whole, if we were just like better people to other people, things might be a little bit better. You know, that's so dumb, I get it, but that's what I see out there. DIY semi. Can you start doing reaction videos? What do you want me to react on? I thought about that. I thought about doing like reaction videos on like movies that I like. I just don't know. I don't know how to take clips. Like I see other YouTubers take clips or like have another video streaming while they're still looking at the camera, and I don't know how to do that yet. So people, Nevada trucking and trails. God, I am sorry, man. See, trailer trucking is stuck in my mind. So I keep saying your name wrong. I mean, no disrespect. That's how I am. People take things too personal on YouTube. Well, yes and no, man. Like, I mean, I would take offense if somebody like attacked my family, if somebody attacked my wife, if somebody, I know you would too. You're a husband. If somebody said something about your wife, I'm sure you would defend your wife. I would do the exact same thing. So some people probably do take things too personal and think like, maybe their ego gets the best of them, but other people are like attack people, and that's just, I don't get it. I feel that ain't me. That's not me. I can't attack somebody. I cannot put somebody down, because they could put me down for things, and I don't want to get into wars with people. Doesn't make sense. Are you saying build back better? No, I'm not. And I'm not going to get into that topic. But no, I am not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that at all. I did a movie review video once. Yeah, I'd like to know what movie that was. Favorite podcasts. Shoot, I didn't look that one up. I talked about this last night. So there's one on iHeart Radio that talks about serial killers. And it's a great, I think it's called Serial Killers. To be honest, great podcast. I've finished it though. And then I listened to what's the other one? I think it's called Shit Town on Spotify, and it talks about a town in Alabama and just like all the craziness from like the city council on down to like what people are doing to other people. That was a good podcast. I listen to a lot of sports radio. I like the morning show in Minnesota is 3 hours long. And it's called, oh my God. Can't remember the name of the morning show I listen to every day. But I listen to that every day. What is it called? But it's on KFAN in Minneapolis. But I can get it on the iHeartRadio. Cheerios will surely kill you. I hope not, because I eat Cheerios all the time. So I'm kind of stuck because I can't believe I can't remember the name of the morning show that I like. Power Trip. It's called the Power Trip Morning Show. Great. It's sports radio, but they like don't care about sports. It's actually, what do you call that? It's not a metaphor. But yeah, it's 3 guys, a couple of girls, and KFAN is like the sports channel of Minnesota. It has the Timberwolves on it, has the Vikings on it, the Wild are even on it. And the morning show, obviously they have like little segments where they talk about sports, but the rest is just nonsense. It's a morning show that's hilarious. Read some of these comments. Cash is king. I'm a serial killer. I'll eat Lucky Charms, Captain's Crunch, and Reese's peanut butter cereal. It's pretty good. Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah, I see where you guys are going with that. Yeah, I guess. The View. The View. Is that a podcast? Not the TV show. Hell no. If you're talking about the TV show, no. DIY semi trucking and more. Rape kit and crawl space in the morning. Is that the name? Nope, that's not the name. DJ Ad, the Power Trip. Yep, that's what it's called. It's on KFAN. 100.3. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the night. maybe watch a movie. I was thinking about renting Zoolander. For some reason, I love that movie. I love the part, if anybody hasn't seen it, where he gets out of the coal mines and he's in the bar with his brother and dad, and he walks out and he's like, I think I got the black lung. Every time I see that, I just freaking crack up. But yeah, I really don't have anything to talk about. Do not get depth fluid at TAs. Don't flash your high beams. Turn your lights on or off, or just let the guy get over, guy or girl. We have depth perception. We don't need to be blinded by your lights. I do have a question about Freightliner Cascadias. Because this guy, how do I do this? Let me see if this works. See that Cascadia right there? Do those lights ever go off? I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Like, I want to move now because I know I can close my curtains, but you know what? Sometimes it gets hot, so I like to open a little bit. And then I got those lights freaking just glaring at me. Don't they shut off? Somebody answer that that's got a Cascadia. Haha, your favorite morning show is The View? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Just pulled into West Memphis. Got washing to go and grab some tea. Oh, all right, cool. You gonna get a biscuit, Nomadic? Tea and biscuits? Running lanes, stay on. I think you mean running lights, stay on with the truck on. Okay. Oh yeah, lights right there. Cash is king. Miss, yes, you go back and watch some of my playlist I have available on YouTube. Over 200 live shows, over 400 recorded videos. Just saying. Well, good for you. Good for you, Cash. And you know what? Thank you for having all that content out there because it helps somebody like me. I'm just saying. You know, you got a lot of thumbs up and a lot of comments from this guy. You know, DIY Semi. Who are your favorite brokers? You know, DIY, I don't know how personal I can get. We're working a lot with C.H. Robinson right now, and I really like working with C.H. Robinson. I like working with the representative that we have with C.H. Robinson. He is super easy to talk to. He is not afraid to give us good rates. You know, I really like hauling for them. I've hauled for quite a few brokers that I really like. I like, without saying names, a couple from Fortune, couple from Chop Tank. If I really had to say my favorite experience, favorite people to work with in the industry, it would have to be the direct customers. Now, the reason I say that is there's just no BS along with it. You show up, you're loaded. They're people that are glad to see you there. So if I had to look at it, the broker would probably be C.H. Robinson. The worst broker to deal with would be Uber for me. I've had bad experiences with Uber. I've had bad experience with Convoy as well, but I've also hit home runs with both those brokerages. You know, we have some direct customers that we work with that I really, you know, I like hauling for. They're easy to work with. Get some of these comments. Hookers. Oh, where are your favorite hookers? I don't. Where I live, at my home. If she's watching this, I'm sorry, honey. I love you. Forgive me, please. Grab yourself a hammer and go out there. Yeah. So you saying it's okay if I take this over there? Yeah, I don't think that would work very well. DIY Semi approaching 20,000 subs and 1.5 million views. Come check me out. Yeah. Once again, thank you for the content. Thank you for all the work you guys put in. Honestly, Like, I'm not saying that jokingly. Even Nevada, like, Nevada's in here, Nomadic, Sterling, like, all the content that you guys, all you creators are putting out, whether you know it or not, like, you probably are helping somebody. You really are. And especially with no drama attached to it, I guarantee you guys are helping people. And without getting, like, all sappy, like, you could change somebody's life. In all honesty, you could do that. So I appreciate everybody that puts out good content. You know, keep it up. Get that 25 subs up to 50 subs. Come on with it. Get your boy to tag in a couple of his videos. Nevada Trucking and Trails, congrats DIY. You have a great channel. My brother was explaining a YouTuber he liked, and it was you. Cash is king. X-nay on the Robinson talk. Ha. Yeah. Okay, I'll be quiet. Thanks, Nevada, from DIY Semi. DIY Semi, do you do backhaul or come home empty? I do backhauls. That's a dumb question. Of course I do backhauls. You know, that's... Have I come back empty before? I have. I haven't put on, you know... I remember watching a Cash is King video where he, like... I think he deadheaded like 1,300 miles to get home. I haven't done that. I did deadhead from, like, Milwaukee area home, which is, you know, I guess I don't know how many miles that is. 300, I'm guessing. But no, I always have backhauls. Like I said, I go out east, or I go to, like, Virginia and then try and come back. When I was running a lot of the exempt stuff, that wasn't the case. I just kind of ran everywhere. But now it's more direct, out, backs, make a lot of money, go home, go ice fishing. Nevada Trucking and Trails, welcome to the community. I support you. Sorry. Welcome, Nevada Trucking and Trails. Welcome to the community. I support you. I do fuck with the drama, but I keep it separate. If you don't mess with it, I don't bring it to you. I don't want it, bro. Keep it. I have nothing to, you know, I have nothing against anybody. I don't know you. Why would I say anything if I don't know you? That's what I find odd. Like, some people don't know people. What the hell are you even talking about? You know, you don't know that person. Flatbetter Rick, what's up, man? Hot seat. It's going to happen, DIY. Oh, I missed everything. Trucking with Diabetes. Everybody hit that like button. Yeah, Trucking with Diabetes. Keep putting that food out there, man. I make some of the food you make, I make because I watch your channel. Nomadic Brit, my 2022 goals are buy Schneider, DIY, Cash, and Nevada's company so I could stay home. Just saying. Nomadic Brits for the win. Nomadic Brit for the win right there. Oh, DIY is retracting his messages. Nevada likes what you said, Nomadic Brit. DIY Semi and more. Sweet, Hot Seat. I'm going to need more trucks, LOL. Forget what Hot Seat. Oh. Trucking with Diabetes. What was it like taking the Indiana toll road? Was it hard getting approved for a second mortgage today? I already made you a moderator. Oh, so my wife just texted. My wife's watching. I knew she would watch. Yes, babe. I said that because I'm not calling you a hooker, but, you know, anyways, we don't need to get into that. God, damn YouTube. Now YouTube's gonna get me in trouble. Love you too, hon. She's texting me. DIY Semi says, hi, Jamie, miss you. So people that don't know, let's how can I say this? So my wife is all about joking around, having a good time, like picking on me. She has no problem picking on me, neither do my kids. But then you get like my friends in the mix, and it's safe to say DIY Semi is my friend, you know what I mean? So you get him in the mix of making fun of me, you get her in the mix of making fun of me, and then they start making fun of me together about me being on the road and DIY Semis going to Minnesota, and yeah, you know, it's hilarious. It's so she just texted DIY hi. Just so you know, she texted hi. So yeah, it's quite funny. We all joke with each other, and it's a good time. Like, I'll share a funny joke here with you real quick. So where I parked my truck, DIY Semi met me there one night to swap out trailers. He was going to take my trailer and go get it serviced and leave me with a trailer, so when I decided to go back out on the road, I had a trailer. And I brought my dog with, and for you that don't know, like, DIY Semi is a big guy, like tall, and he's just a big dude. And he gets out of his truck, and my dog jumps out of my car, and my dog like kind of was skittish, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And we go home, and I tell my wife about that. Yeah, Xena was kind of skittish, which is very weird because my dog Xena is like so adorable and loves everybody. And my wife goes, yeah, she was pretending she hasn't met him before. Or she was pretending she has not met him before. And it didn't click with me right away, and all of a sudden it clicked with me, and yeah, so now not only is my friend DIY joke with me, my wife jokes with me, but it's all in good fun. We have a good time with it. Let me get to some of these comments. Oh, Jamie, if you're still watching this, Nomadic Brit's saying hi, Nevada Trucking and Trails is saying hi. Him and his wife team, I'm just saying, him and his wife team together. She drives. I'm just saying, it's not out of the picture. Watch his videos. You'll see her driving. She knows, and you'll see his truck. That's something we could do. Trucking with hot diabetes. How much does it cost in the long run to call your wife a hooker on YouTube? I think Mom would be less. Yeah, see, I made a mistake. Made a mistake. She knows that I'm not like saying that derogatory. At least I hope she does. Nevada Trucking and Trails. What's your name, bro? Nevada Kyle. I've said my name before. My name's Scott. My name's Scott. I go by Super Scott, just to be clear. Anything else causes drama? No, I'm kidding. My name's Scott. Nice to meet you, Kyle. I actually knew your name was Kyle. I don't know. I thought it was more appropriate to refer to you by your YouTube name on YouTube. Okay, hey, hun, listen to this. Nevada Trucking and Trails. 95 pounds, 5'4", rocking a 389 Peter. You can do it, Miss Faye Trucking. Yeah, see? Scotty Too Hottie. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. Maybe that should be my channel name. Chica, chica, bow, bow. No, I'm kidding. Now you can tell this is going off the rails because I have no other idea what to talk about. My wife's texting me. She's watching this. Probably, you know, laughing and crying at what I'm doing. But whatever, it's fun. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. How many people in this chat? Of course, I know you're not serious. Hold on. She's texting me while I'm on here. I know you're not serious. I just cracked up when you said it. Yeah. Okay. Good. How many people in this chat like bring their kids with them now and then, or their significant other? I haven't done that yet, and I would like to. It just really hasn't like made sense yet. I kind of, if I bring my daughter, you know, I can only bring one. Anybody I bring except my wife, we're gonna have to get a hotel room, and probably get a hotel room when I have my wife too, because I only have one bunk in this truck. But I would like somebody, like I would like one of my family members to come out on a run with me once. None of them seem real eager to do it, but maybe if people in the chat, you know, talk about their experiences bringing I don't know what I said, but now my Garmin dash cam's like doing all kinds of weird things. I'd be curious to hear your guys and girls experiences bringing somebody in the truck with you, a family member, because I would like to do it just so they can experience what it's like. Scotty Too Hottie, hot seat, Scotty the bod. Scott, trucking with diabetes. Yes, Scott with 2 T's, no Y. It's not Scotty, it's Scott. I take my DIY semi. I take my pet goat on the road. Big hit at the truck stop. Oh, yes, but when Scott said it. Hold on, sorry. Nomadic Brit. Yes, but when Scott said it, you could see him. Really? I don't know. DIY. Sitting in my passenger seat, I would imagine you be. Hold on. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Nevada Trucking and Trail. Sitting in the passenger seat, I would imagine would be boring after 3-week tops. Oh, 3-week tops. Yeah. I wouldn't want any of them to come out that long with me. I'm talking like a couple of nights. I don't think any of them would like to be in the truck for 3 weeks. My truck's not really designed for it. And 2, yeah, they get bored, especially my daughters. Like, what the hell are they going to want to do in a truck for 3 weeks? But maybe a night or two. Like, I don't know, go from Minnesota to like St. Louis and back. Might be kind of fun. I don't know. Could be freaking miserable too, and then you're stuck in a truck for a day and a half with somebody that drives you nuts. DIY semi. Family with you would be totally cramp your Family with you would totally cramp your hooked game. No, I think I see what you're going. There is no hookers DIY. There's just, come on now. I don't roll that way. It might cramp. Never mind. But yeah, I don't know. What time is it getting to be? I don't even know. Oh, it's still early. Somebody asked earlier about your clock. Like, it's weird. It's 8:15 and I'm tired. I don't want to be tired. I want to be awake. And just kind of keep doing this nonsense. You're still talking hookers. Yeah, right? With my wife texting me, still talking hookers. Come on. Come on. That's a sign of a good friend, right? Has my best interests in mind. But yeah, no, it's I've thought about it. Like I said, I would like to bring somebody with me. I've thought about, in the future it would be cool, like if my wife and I could be like team drivers. I think that would be cool. You gotta be able to get along really well. If there's any other teams in here in Nevada, I know that you are a team operation. Like, do you ever get sick of one another? Like, in all honesty, do you just get sick of one another? I know you guys drive separate shifts. She drives at night, you drive during the day. So I don't know how much time you interact in between you going to the bunk and going to bed, or her going to the bunk and going to bed. And like, how do you do meals? Do you guys stop during the day and eat together? How does something like that work? I've never had to experience that. I experienced team driving once and I didn't like it. I didn't like the experience, but that was with somebody that I didn't really know. With both feet, I have an actual topic. What's everyone's opinion on B20 versus regular diesel? Oh, the biodiesel versus regular diesel? So, I can't speak on that topic, so you guys do it in the chat. I know that there's more additives in the biodiesel, and supposedly, like, it burns quicker or something. You don't get as good fuel mileage, but I don't know enough about it. That's something I would have to research. which will come in time. When I decided to take this venture, it's not like I know everything. You know what I mean? I knew a little bit, and the rest is kind of like a learning curve as being an owner operator. What's better? I know I'll run off-road diesel in my reefer if I can find it, because it's cheaper. DIY semi biodiesel sucks. Okay, but why? Why does it suck? You know I ask questions like this, so why does it suck? Because I don't know. I'm being honest. I took my old lady with me one time when she was 7 months pregnant. Oh, it was miserable for the both of us. Well, yeah, 7-month pregnant wife. Have you done it when she wasn't pregnant? Have you taken her with you when she wasn't pregnant? Hot seat. Tell your potential ride-alongs they have to pee in the bottle and see if they want it. Yeah, right? No, I agree with that. Nevada. We get along better on the truck than home. We know our jobs, and when we get home, we're doing separate things. Okay. That kind of, yeah. I can see that. And I think that's healthy. I mean, I do separate things even when I'm at home, and I'm not home all the time, even though Cassius King would disagree with that. He would say I'm home all the time, and DIY would say I'm home all the time. That's not the case. But I still do separate things, It's getting less and less when I'm on the road, because when I get home, I want to be with my family. But having that healthy balance, like hanging out with friends or doing something you enjoy, and your wife can do something she enjoys, Like my wife is really big into like doing puzzles. Man, I don't have the mind to do puzzles. They piss me off. I couldn't sit down and do it. I don't know if she would like to go sit out on a frozen lake, all bundled up, ice fishing. She'd probably want to wear her sandals out onto the ice, or at least bring them into the fish house with her. I guarantee you she would do that. Bring her sandals with her and jump into the fish house. Nevada trucking and trails. I wake my wife up during the day and feed her, and we usually do dinner together on the fly or sit down. Yeah, see? I think that'd be kind of fun, man. Cassius King. There's less BTU in biodiesel, so less energy equals less fuel mileage. Okay. Gel's easier. Sorry, DIY semi. They're explaining the difference between biodiesel and regular diesel. DIY semi. Gel's easier, holds more water, plugs filters. Okay, less BTU also. Good videos on YouTube exposing the difference. Explaining the difference. Oh, yeah. Well, now you're giving Nevada free content. Just saying. Just saying. And, yeah, I'm just saying. Everywhere I go, I see there's a few, like, I've noticed a couple of mud flaps that have regular diesel, but that's, like, hard to find, correct? I mean, I guess I don't really look for it, but I know every place I get fuel, I always see the little stickers, may contain, 20% or 10% biodiesel. So, does it burn cleaner or something? Like, why do they do it? Hot seat. B20 is made of old salad dressing from Olive Garden. You'd think it'd be good then. Because I like Olive Garden salad dressing. Lose your profits for getting rid of the stuffed mushrooms. Yeah, I'm not a stuffed mushrooms fan. Okay, thanks all. Been meaning to email DIY about it, but keep forgetting. Oh yeah, with both feet. Yeah, see? So you can come to this channel and get answers from DIY Semi. See how that works? Yeah, you ask me, how can I say this? If people ask me questions, like, I'm afraid of that, to be honest. If you ask me questions, I have no idea what it means. I feel like I'm doing you a disservice by saying I don't have a clue, there's a lot that I don't know and don't understand. I mean, I look at diesel fuel as diesel fuel, but I've never, I've never researched what's better, so. Channel DIY, oh, sorry, man, you guys, DIY semi, it can be up to B15 and they don't even have to label it. Really? Cash is King Trucking, they do biodiesel because our government is ran by a bunch of money-hungry a-holes. Okay, I would kind of agree with that. DIY semi-trucking and more. Channel memberships available? Nope, not yet. And I don't think anybody could afford them anyways. Just kidding. Just kidding. Who knows? We don't know what the future holds. Maybe in the future there'll be a, $3.99 or whatever, however much memberships are. But then again, then I have to do something special for the members, and I don't want all my time. I take that back. If I'm making thousands of dollars on YouTube, I'll do YouTube 100% of the time. But if I'm not making thousands of dollars on YouTube, I'm not going to do it 100% of the time. It's just, I can't. I got to focus at task at hand, which is driving this big rig. Trailer trucking around the country. Well, that's a lie. Trailer trucking from the Midwest to the East Coast. So with both feet, you brought up a good topic. Bring up another topic, man. Maybe it's something I can answer. Nevada Trucking and Trails. I've done my research into it back when I seen it up in South Dakota, just to understand what I was doing. I didn't see problems in filling my tanks with it, but let me research into it. Yeah. Starting at $49.99. Yeah, right? Yeah. I would have to do reviews on the toys that Cash is King was talking about if I want to have like a fans only account for $49.99. Does YouTube take a cut of your memberships? No idea. I don't have any members. I don't have any memberships. I'm sure they do. I'm sure YouTube takes a cut of everything. I'm sure they take a cut of all your super chats and super stickers or whatever they're called. I'm sure they do. All the stuff you sell on there, they probably get something from it, I would assume. DIY semi, there we go. Yes, hot seat. DIY semi, I think 40%. Wow, they take 40%? That is a lot. That really makes you appreciate the people that are making like a livelihood on YouTube, especially if somebody's taking 40%. What, they think they're Landstar? Oh, I'm just kidding. I am so kidding. Damn it, why did I say anything? Oh, anyways. That's only 30% anyways. But, Nevada Trucking and Trails. Left my research at that. My bad. I do need to type it complete sentences. Yeah, bro, that'd help. You're making me look like I can't read. Hooked on phonics for Scott, I guess. Maybe that'll go on the CD player next. Hot seat, I'd rather pay you directly. Yeah, I think that's why some of these people have like a Cash App. I don't know much about that, but I think that's why, people have Cash Apps, because then you can pay them directly. I don't know if they see it right away or how that works, Sometimes giving a super chat's fun because they're gonna read your comment right away. They see it and they're like, oh, thanks, and then they read your comment. But yeah, paying people directly would be much better. Maybe that's what we should do. What we should contact? Because I got some merch ideas. And I'm not saying that jokingly. Not that I need to sell merch, but like it would be cool if I could already. And I think you can. Like, you don't have to sell it through YouTube. Contact frickin' Asian Alex. Be like, hey, dude, help a trucker out. Can you print my product for me? I'm sure you'd strike a deal, and I bet it's not 40%. Who knows, though? Anyways. Shot DIY semi. Yeah, shots fired, I know. Hopefully nobody in here works for Landstar, because I was just joshing. I was playing around. And 40% on the chats. Oh, so they do it, Nomadic Brit. Good thing about Landstar is if you can get paid on shipping rate, on carrier rate, in some cases, auto parts, for example, I hear. Let me read that again. Good thing about Landstar is you can get paid on shipping rate, on carrier rate, in some cases about auto parts, for example, I hear. Shipping rates on oh, I get what you're saying. You get paid higher. That makes sense. That makes sense. DIY. Oh, here's DIY. You want to pay DIY directly? It's money sign DIY semi. Cash is king trucking. What is your favorite lube? Infinity Lube, made by the Fuelox company. DIY semi at checkout will save you 15% off anything you purchase. So yeah, it's the Infinity Lube. Honestly, like, the Fuelox company has a lot of great products on the market. I use a product right now. Well, I'll talk about that later. Yeah, my favorite lube is Infinity Lube, and it's all natural. So, you know, I heard straight from the owner's mouth that, you know, it's not harmful. You can use it in any way you want. Nevada Trucking and Trails. Sorry, bro, I'm not going to read that. DIY semi, finding mine the 40%. Without them, I have none of this. Yeah. Damn it, dude. Why do you gotta go make sense? Like, that's the problem. You're right. Without paying them their 40%, you don't have what you have. That makes sense. I get that. It's still a lot of money, though. You know? Oh, don't feel bad, dude. Sorry, Nevada, don't say my bad. You know, if my wife's watching this, maybe one of my kids is watching it with her. I don't know. Or maybe she turned it off. I just don't want to say anything. Nevada Trucking and Trails. So 60% is actually more like 92%. Oh, really? You're talking about the Landstar deal. Haha. I do work for Landstar 9 years. Just got my own authority last September. Bro, I meant no disrespect. You get a wrench there. Yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect. I was just joking around, you know. God forbid I piss people off. Hot seat. I love to know what you guys think about Blue Ribbon Logistics. If you get around checking them out. Landstar mentors, apparently. I don't know anything about them. Nomadic Brit, young sir, and chat. I have to go. Oh, all right, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Thank you for coming in, Nomadic Brit. I appreciate all your support, man. For real, I honestly do. Cash is king. Is Infinity Lube edible? It is edible. It is edible. It is all plant-based products. It is not toxic. So take that for what you will. Yes, it's edible. I don't think it tastes like cherries or chocolate, but it is edible. Yeah, good, dude. Good. I'm glad it was the best move for you. I don't know anything about Landstar. I shouldn't have joked like that. The reason I joke like that is I hear stuff like that on YouTube or on, you know, it's just joking around. I didn't mean any disrespect. I'm glad it's, you know, I actually, gosh, AK Trucker, is that the guy I watch out of Florida that works for Landstar? Drives that white Freightliner Classic. That when I first started doing a lot of research on stuff, I remember coming across his channel and I was like, oh, Landstar. So I like Googled them and I called them, and at that time I think they wanted like 3 years over the road experience and I only had 2. So they wouldn't work with me. But oh, Nevada Trucking and Trails in this market, I bet. Oh, to your previous comment, yeah. DIY semi, now Landstar is going to sue you. Great. I was joking. Nevada Trucking and Trails, I won't work for Landstar. Okay. I don't know enough about them. I can, you know what? This is going to sound so cheesy. Like, I'm so happy with where I am that the thought of even looking outside of where I am just has never crossed my mind. And I think that's a good position to be in. I don't feel at any time I'm being taken advantage of, being leased onto the carrier I'm leased onto. Yes, he's in the chat, but I've done other lives and videos that he hasn't been, where I've explained, like, I couldn't be happier where I am. So why even look at other places? It doesn't make sense to me. Man, I love your channel. You are so well spoken. You are what we need. Reading Brandon, you are what we need more out here. Been out here for 21 years myself. Oh yeah, Brandon needs a wrench. Congratulations, Brandon. It's not always the easiest thing, is it, man? Like, God, I feel like I get too sappy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never gonna pull the big numbers like other people because I get, like, maybe too personal. And what I'm saying isn't like sharing details about me, but like, trucking is not like easy. There's always something that you encounter that, and even stuff that's just out of your control. Like, it's stressful. So people that have the longevity that a lot of these people in this chat have and are obtaining, like, that's something we should all be very, very proud of. 21 years, man. Good for you. I know it hasn't been easy because I've been doing it just, almost that long, and, I've had many highs in trucking and many lows in trucking. It's not the easiest gig by far, and it demands, when you're operating the truck, 100% of your attention. And even when you're like thinking you're okay to like drop your guard for a minute, that's when the unexpected happens. So yeah, trucking ain't easy, but I love it. It's weird to say that I love it, but I do. Cash is King, great live show. Taking shots at your wife. The people over at Landstar, got any comments you want to make about religion? No, and I'm not taking shots. You're right. You know what? Thanks for pointing that all out to me, Cassius King. I appreciate it. No, I'm not going to take shots at religion. Not going to take shots at anybody. I was joking. Brandon needs a wrench. He got one. Nevada Trucking and Trails, it's the rules. Sitting duck rule. Nope. Once you regulate my freedom to be extended out. It's the rules. Sticking duck rule. I'm sorry, Nevada. You must be talking into your phone, or I'm reading it all backwards. Where's that better, DIY? Like that hat, huh? I've got 99 problems, but fake trucking ain't one. That's good to know. I'm glad I'm not a thorn in your side yet. I'm still the greenhorn, though. I know that. I know my role. I'm still pulling the loads for Landstar now as approved carrier. Not a bad company to work for overall. not say, I should never have joked. I know nothing about Landstar. I know they're huge. I know I've hauled, like, through their brokerage, I've hauled loads for them. You know, I've never had a problem. I made a joke that, you know, it seems like I might have not like upset you in that way. And I meant no disrespect. I'm glad. I don't care who, like, when I say this, I'm not saying it like vengeful. I don't care who people work for. If they enjoy working there and they're making money, like, good for them. I can't hate on them for that. I don't know any other company other than the one that I work for or, you know, haul for. So I'd be talking out of my a-hole if I said anything negative about companies. Now, there's things I don't like that some companies I feel like are a little, you know, hard on their new leased owner operators. But once again, I've never experienced it. I've never done it. I know some people work. I watched a live the other day where there's a guy that's got a fleet of trucks with a mega carrier, and he seems to be really happy. Who am I to say that he's doing anything wrong? You know, if he's happy, he's happy. You know, I actually aspire to be like that. I would love to, you know, I don't know how it all works, but yeah, I would like to have a fleet of my own trucks leased on to the carrier that I'm working for, because I believe it's a good carrier. So that would be a big goal of mine to do. And if that gentleman enjoys working for having his fleet with a mega carrier, good for him, you know. Anyways, let me get to some of these comments. I've got 99 problems. Brandon, yes, me too. I love it, but it's hard. It's ups and downs. Yeah. How long you been trucking, Nevada Trucking and Trailers? How long you been trails? Sorry, bro. How long you been trucking, Scott? 20 years. Got my license in 1999. So, yeah. Or maybe it was 2000. So almost 22 years. Because I had a year off where I didn't drive. I took an office job and became a manager of a trucking company. And I did that, not of the whole company, just a portion of the company. And I did that for a year and hated it. And then I transitioned. I took over a big-ass warehouse and was the warehouse manager. And that was fun, but every time I've taken another job outside of actually driving the truck, I've always ended up back in the truck. So yeah, 20 years of driving experience. Oh, Dan Brewer, looking good, Scott. Did you buzz your own hair? Nope, the wife did this. The wife shaves my head for me. She cuts my hair. I used to shave it all the way down and then take a Bic razor and do this, but I didn't look like, I looked like a skinhead, to be honest with you. So I quit doing that. My brother used to make fun of me and call me names, so I quit shaving my head that way. DIY semi, want to buy a blue Mac? Come on. No. I'll buy a silver one. Looking, Dan Brewer, looking good, Scott. Oh, thanks, Dan. Landstar, very logistic. I'd be worried. Okay. Landstar has rules like the sitting duck rule. Park on the side of the road. Oh, okay, hold on. Nevada Trucking and Trails. There, I said your name right. Landstar has rules like the sitting duck rule. Park on the side of the road. You're terminated. It's not for me. Really? So they must know that, though, as a company, to like get their drivers off the road. You know, I will say, so in 12 months, now I know I run reefer, so I know I'm not, it's like a little bit different, but I want to say I have parked on the side of the road maybe twice, maybe 3 times. 2 or 3 times I've had to park on the side of the road, and all the times I've had to do it, it's been for my short sleeper berth. So it's been for like 3 hours or 2 hours. I actually am scared of parking on the side of the road. I'm scared of parking on ramps and off ramps. So I do my best to, like, even if I'm tired but know I can still make it, like where I'm not drowsy, I'll drive through the night and get to a truck stop early in the morning when I know trucks are pulling out, or rest areas. You know, I know there's lots of guys and girls that like to sleep on the side of the road. That scares me. I don't want to get hit. I don't know how to say this. Tibor Modi, agree DIY. Tibor Modi. Man, see, hooked on phonics didn't work for me. Hot seat. I've bounced in and out from trucking to welding a couple of times in my career. Both have supported me well. Both have their issues, but trucking is way more fun. Yeah, welding would be cool. Like, I wish that's a skill I knew. I would love to learn how to weld, and I've never tried it. Welding's an art, you know. Nevada Trucking and Trails. Yeah, but we've all been in those situations where we have to do what we need to do. Yeah, absolutely, man. I do agree with that. And to lose your job over that, I mean, would you lose your job if you got pulled over driving in violation? You know, maybe not. Maybe you could go into, you know, personal conveyance and type in like safe parking or something and you wouldn't get in trouble. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, anyways. Barry, I enjoy welding. Prefer MIG over stick. See, okay, I don't know what that is. I know stick welding, like when you pull the trigger, like it comes out, right? Like that's how you beat it or whatever. I don't know what MIG means. Is that MIG? What could MIG stand for? Tell me what that is, Barry, because I don't know what that is. But I don't know, you know, you were all joking about rambling truck driver, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. We're joking about 10 hours, and, you know, there's people, I watched a live the other day where the guy talked for like 5 hours. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 guys. Like, this is getting hard for me to continue, and we're at the 202 mark. My goodness. It's a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense and tomfoolery and skullduggery. You know? Oh, okay. Barry. I knew it was gas related. I just didn't know what the other initials stood for. Yeah, I don't know. How does, you know, if the people in this chat, you know, you guys and girls might be parents. Like, how do you parent over the road? You know, it's a little bit easier for me right now because my kids are so, like, they're old. And they're not adults, but one of them almost is. So, like, you know, they still need the influence of a father. They still need, like, some reminding of, even though I'm not there, like, you need to do what you know you're supposed to do. But how do you guys parent over the road? You know, I'm interested in that. I think the more that people, that might be a good topic to talk about, like, with somebody that can actually draw people into their channel. Because that might keep some new drivers from actually taking the leap. I actually got a buddy that I know would be really successful at this, and he won't do it. Granted, he's got 4 kids, and one of them's pretty young still, but he's worried about, like, not being a parent to his kids. I find it, you know, I do my best to call my kids as much as I can, or at least text them. Especially with my oldest, it's always usually texting. Or like when I call home and talk to my wife, FaceTime my wife, she'll, you know, one of my daughters might be sitting there, or her, you know, my stepson might be there, and she'll turn the phone to one of them. And then when I'm home, I'm the parent, but like when I'm on the road, it's, You know, I'm on the road. The wife handles it all. You know, a lot of props to the stay-at-home parent, whether it's a father or a mother. Lots of props to you guys for putting up with everything you have to put up with. Landstar Legal Department. Oh my God. We're just informed that someone was slandering our company in this chat. Oh my God. With both feet laughing, yeah. Calm down, legal department. We're just having fun. And I'm not talking crap about them. You guys all are. I made one comment, joked around, and I'm reading comments. I'm not legal department. I apologize. I apologize. Get them legal. DIY semi. Where's my legal department? Do we got anybody on retainer? Wait a minute. Cash is king. If you're still in here, didn't you once talk about like a law firm that helps truckers? Like you pay like a little fee and like you can kind of have legal advice in a phone call or something like that. I think once you talked about that. If you're still in here, say something. If not, you probably went to bed, got bored of me. I listened to all your lives. Brandon, I have raised 3 beautiful kids. 2 have graduated with honors and are in college, and now have a 2-year-old. My kids are 22, 21, 18, 2. It's been awesome. That's good to hear, man, because I have a 18-year-old and a 14-year-old, well, 17-year-old and a 14-year-old at home. And I waited to do this. Like, I have wanted to do this for such a long time, and I waited until I felt like my kids were, I don't want to say self-sufficient, but like less needing of me. You know, I thought that was right, you know. So it's cool to hear that you've raised 4, I think you said you have 4 kids, 4 awesome, or 3 kids, and you've been a truck driver. I'm glad to hear that. Does Landstar have a hot seat? Write a journal specifically for your kids. They will cherish it more than you know. Yeah, see, that's, you know, when I shared earlier that I'm journaling, that's kind of what I'm doing. And that's honestly what YouTube's kind of doing. Although my kids say YouTube's dying and I should be on TikTok. I don't know anything about TikTok. Barry, right. You won't be successful without a strong spouse at home. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. Hot seat, LOL, DIY. There are Nevada Trucking and Trails. There are truckers legal services to keep on retainer. It's not bad, but only going over 2 to 5, so not worth it. 1 to 2 tickets pays for it. Oh, really? Okay. Been married for 23 years and still going strong. Trucking has been a great life for me and my family. That's so good to hear, because I don't see myself getting out of this for a long time. You know, that's just the truth. Unless I win the lottery. So that's good to hear. You know, because I know it's not easy. I was gonna put this in a video the other day, and I decided not to. So my wife usually drops me off at my truck, unless I bring my truck home. She usually drops me off at my truck, and I'll be honest with you. Even though when I know it's time for me to get back on the road, like I truly do get excited, like, but she can attest to this. The day that I know I have to leave is the hardest day for me. Or like the night before is the hardest day for me. And then when she drops me off and I see her drive away, it's like, man, like, there's no, oh, I wish you could stay. I wish, you know, she gives me a hug, gives me a kiss, tells me she loves me, and she drives away. And I sit there in the seat and watch her drive away and think, oh, you know, I'm so fortunate to have that kind of support at home. You know, it's remarkable, you know. So my wife just texted me, I need to buy a lottery ticket for a chance to win. She's right. She's right. And I'm not going to buy one. I can spend, I don't even know how much lottery tickets are. Like, how much is the Powerball? Isn't it like $1 or $2? I can buy a soda. Well, no, sodas are more than that. I can find something to spend $2 on other than a lottery ticket. Flatbedder Rick. What did I walk into here laughing? Yeah, right? You just walked in, bro. It's rambling. It's truck driver rambling night. And that is what I'm going to do until my voice gives out. TikTok sucks. Oh, hold on. Hot seat. TikTok is a social weapon sent from China. Sounds heavy, but it's true. They have a goal to dumb down American kids. Well, it can't be just TikTok, because I think, like, statistically we've been going downhill for a long time. But I do remember reading something about TikTok, like it's government owned. Well, everything in China is government owned, isn't it? Or at least regulated by the government. Great, now China's going to come after me. Guys, block all the trolls. TikTok sucks. Nevada Trucking and Trails. She needs to get her license. Telling you golden ticket to trucking. Yeah. So, you hear that, hun? You need to get your license. It's not... She's worried like she won't be able to make corners and back up and stuff like that. And, you know, you learn. If my daughter learned how to drive a Suburban and learns how to drive her car, like, you can learn how to drive a semi. It's not, I mean, when I say it's not that difficult, it is difficult, but you can learn how to do it. It's a skill we all can learn. Nevada Trucking Trails. Yeah, I hate TikTok. So I've never even been on TikTok. I know nothing about it. Brandon, as long as you have support from home and support the wife at home, it will be great. Or it always has been for me and mine. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my wife knows how much I support her. Like, we have discussions about that. Like, you know, when I'm on the road, I do believe as a parent, my number one responsibility is always to, like, support her in her decision, right? And then we can discuss it. But, like, I'm not going to get in this thing where my wife tells my children one thing and then my children call me and say, oh, you know, I can't do this because she said no and I want... Well, we're not getting into that. I 100% support my wife in the decision she makes at home, because how big of that would be a big a-hole move for me to contradict what she's trying to do at home when I'm not there, you know. And our kids are pretty good, you know. They're teenage kids, but they're good. All three of them are good kids. Do they have their issues? Yeah, but what teenage kid doesn't have their issues, you know? And I do my best to try and support her on the road, you know. I probably need to get better at that. I always want to fix things. I'm that type of person. I always want to try and fix things. She just texted me. Let me see what she says. I can do anything. We all know that. Haha. Trucking isn't in my blood. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, trucking's not in her blood, but she can do... She can. She is... So, screw it. Whatever. Let's call it... Let's be honest. She can build stuff. She can use saws. She can use hammers, nail guns. Everything I don't know how to do. She's fixed outlets in our house. She messes with the electrical. I'm scared to death of that crap. I don't touch it. I'd rather call somebody. But no, not her. She can tackle a project and get it done. And it's amazing her abilities to do that, you know. I mean, she's gotten I don't know what you call those, skill saws, or I don't know the name of the sauce. She's gotten those for gifts before, and they're like her favorite gifts. You know, and everything I don't know how to do, she knows how to do. So more power to you, hon, because you do know everything. DIY semi, I'm going to bed now. Someone has to keep this company rolling tomorrow. Thank you, DIY. Thank you. Go to bed. Get some rest. Don't wake up too fast. I've done untold damage to your reputation. We need you to make us whole. Landstar Legal Department. I've done untold damage to... You've done untold damage to our reputation. We need you to make us whole. Landstar is great. I think they're the top company to work for. If you do not work for Landstar, you are missing out. There, does that work? Wheeler Walker Jr. for president. Isn't that the country singer guy, like comedian? I think I used to listen to him. Nevada Trucking and Trail, Trucking and Trails, I almost said it again. Trailer follows the truck. Easy stuff, looking like riding a bike. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, Brandon, tell her to give you the winning lottery numbers and you will buy the ticket. Yeah, right? Right? First gen trucker here. You're a first generation trucker? Nobody in your family did it before Nevada? So my grandfather, the guy I talked about earlier, was in World War II in the Korean War. A guy I always looked up to. I had a very special connection with him. He was a truck driver. When I was born, my dad was a truck driver. My dad worked for Gamble and Robinson, I think, or Gamble something. It was like a food delivery service, kind of like a Cisco. And he would have to go over the road to like International Falls and all over War Road, Minnesota. And he was like that's what he did. He was a truck driver. And then he got out of trucking and, took the professional like career path after that. But so that's what, third generation for me? My grandfather, my dad, and me. Oh, your wife is the third generation, me first. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So your wife has trucking in her blood. So you're saying, see, Jamie, see, hon, if you're watching this, Nevada didn't have it running through his blood, but he's doing it, and his wife's doing it. Just saying. Just saying. We could do it. We could do it, most definitely. But anyways, I don't know, people. I'm kind of burnt out. I don't really know what else to talk about. Sorry. Grandfather and her father. Oh, that's awesome. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm definitely rambling now. If I go live, I probably don't have a topic. It's just because I'm bored and communicating with people's fun when I don't really have to be sitting right next to them. That sounds like such an asshole comment, but it's kind of the truth. Like I said earlier, I'm really not like an extrovert. I'm more of an introvert, or whatever that word is, introvert. I want to stay like in my own little shell. So going live and just having conversations about nothing and seeing people's chats is kind of cool. Tell us about ice house you want to buy. Oh man. So I currently own, so it depends. Like I currently own two ice houses. They're both portable ice houses, meaning they fold up and you can take them anywhere you want. I would love to buy an ice castle or something similar to an ice castle, which is more of a permanent house. It's like pulling a camper. I would love to have one of those. The downside with having one of those is, okay, how can I explain this? Where I live in Minnesota, obviously all the lakes freeze, everything freezes. But the weight of pulling an ice house onto a lake, you're probably only going to be able to pull it on a lake in the metro area for like maybe a couple of months. Now, if you go to northern Minnesota, you can put them up there until the end of, middle of March, because the lakes, when you get up there, the weather's just even colder than it is in the cities. So the problem is, if I buy one of those, so it has multiple functions. You can use it as a camper and you can use it as a fish house. The problem is, if I put it on a lake, I'm kind of stuck at that lake. And the reality is, I don't fish enough right now to own one. I will when I'm older. But what I would really like to get right now is, so I have a suitcase style fish house, which means it folds up like this and unfolds like this and pops up. I also have a hub house, which is more like an octagon, where you walk into it. Think of a dome tent. That is what my hub house is like. And currently, the hub house I have isn't even being used by me. I loaned it to a friend and said, keep it until I tell you I need it back, because I don't know when I'm going to use it. Shoot. The reason I got that hub house was I wanted to go ice camping. I wanted to sleep out in the ice house on the ice that way. And it's more room. Like, you can fit a cot in it. Mine's a 5-person hub house, so it's plenty big enough. And I wanted to get into ice camping. And I just haven't had time to, It's still something I want to do, and I'll do it when I got time. But the third, I almost bought another ice house, is they make what's called, the best way, like the company you might know is called Clam or Eskimo. It's in a sled, so it's in like a bucket, and you drag it like a sled, or you pull it behind your four-wheeler, and then it comes up over you like this. So you just grab it, you drill your holes in front of you, you grab it and flip it over. I want one of those too. But at some point if I bought it, I was only going to buy it for one trip. And that was the one I just got back from. So I opted not to buy it, even though the price was like $200 off what they typically are. I probably should have bought it, but like I've said in videos, I look at cost versus like the value and then the cost. The value would have been a better ice house to fish in for a couple of days, and the cost of that ice house, the value just wasn't there. It didn't make sense for me to buy it. Win the lottery and buy a fleet of trucks, you will have headaches then. Yeah, but yeah, you'll have headaches, and you just gotta trust people not to ruin your equipment. But I don't know. That I really want to do that. I wouldn't mind having a couple of trucks. One, or I'm realistic. I would start out with one. The reality is, what I would really love to do is get a couple of trucks like I have, and sell them to people, whether it needs to be like a lease purchase deal or something, but make it very affordable and give them the same deal I received and say, here, make a go at this. And the truck that you're in is setting you up for success, because I believe how I was able to achieve the stuff I achieved was I was able to buy a truck and own the asset in 8 months. For me, that works, but yeah, I don't know. I would like to grow the business, like my little business. I want to grow it. I don't know how to do that though. Let me get to a couple more. Flatbed Rick, I do that up in Maine. It's fun. The lakes just froze enough finally. Yeah, ice fishing up in Maine would be cool. I watch a guy, gosh, Clayton. I wish I could remember his YouTube channel, but he fishes up in like Manitoba, Canada and stuff like that. And his YouTube channel is awesome for ice fishing. It's fun, you know. A lot of people probably think, oh, you're just out there drinking beer and having fun. A, I don't drink. B, it's not like you're fishing. You know, I don't know if anybody in this, you know, if you go bass fishing and stuff, like you're fishing, it's work. Same thing with ice fishing, and it's a lot of fun. Trucking up evening, man. How's it going? Or Brandon, that's great. You would, hold on. That's great. You would do that and give a person an opportunity. Yeah, man. That's what we all should do. We should try and give people opportunities in life. You know, people giving me opportunities in life. Once again, I don't want to get like too personal. Like, it's funny how your mind changes when you don't worry about things as much. When you have less stress in your life due to decisions you've made and maybe like money you might be making now. It's funny how your mind changes to like, it's no longer all about you. It's about like, what can I do to maybe make a little money? Like I said, I wouldn't give somebody a truck for like free, but make a little bit of money, but also set somebody up to do better in life. You know, I think that's, you know, what I might do. I don't know for sure. With both feet. Okay, I'm out. Good night all. Take care and God bless. Yeah, have a good night with both feet. Flatbedder Rick, nice. It's fun and the fishing seems better. Fishing seems better up in Maine or in Canada. Canada's got great fishing. I've never fished in Maine though either. I would like to go to Maine and do like lobster or crab or some type of fishing in the summertime or fall. You know, I got friends down in Florida. They'll go out and catch shrimp and all kinds of stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But that's because I'm into that kind of crap. You know, I like fishing. I like the outdoors. I like camping. I like trying to cook over an open fire. You know, it's fun to me. Nevada. If you do that, magnet risk fact of the matter is nobody will run a truck like you will run. Trucking up evening, man, after YouTube in the house. Oh, okay. Another YouTuber. Oh, so that's Trucking Up is another YouTuber, huh? Great. He's probably already gone because I'm just rambling nonsense. Flatbedder Rick, better fishing on the ice seems like. Oh, yeah. So, I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about Maine, but let's take Minnesota, for example. There is a great lake called Upper Red Lake in northern Minnesota. And it's one of the very first lakes to freeze in Minnesota. Now, it's not like as far north as where I went ice fishing. It's about an hour and a half south. But the lake is only 15 feet deep, like the entire lake. I think there's actually one spot that's like 20-some feet. But the lake freezes really quickly. And the fish, like, you can go and drill a hole and be in like 4 or 5 feet of water. And just, you'll catch your limit of walleye, which that's next to bass. Like, a lot of fishermen in Minnesota fish for walleye. It's a great tasting fish. It's a fun fish to catch. It's actually like a really beautiful looking fish too. So a lot of people will fish for walleye. And the ice fishing on that lake is better than the open water lake. Like, you can catch your limit, like I said, in like 5-6 feet of water in a matter of a couple of hours, especially at early ice, because the fish are all moving up shallow to feed before the lake, before they go deeper to get, you know, more oxygen. You know, they'll come in shallower water and feed. So yeah, and certain lakes are better for ice fishing than in open water. because also you can track the fish. They're in like more, they're schooled up more. Open water in the middle of summer, they're going to be deep and just kind of hanging around drop-offs to come up and feed on. And lakes are huge. Well, in the winter time, especially certain lakes, like I said, they just move up. They try and feed a lot as soon as the lake starts freezing. So you'll have better opportunity to kind of narrow in on where they are. You don't have to search the whole lake. Hot seat, sweet dreams, dude bros, time to give my pillow some head. That's right, trucking up. Come to South Texas and fish lake only. Holy cow. It's that deep? I'll come to Texas. Hell yeah. I know you guys do a lot of bass fishing down in Texas. Flatbed Rick, yeah man, that lake is not too far from Grand Forks. Beautiful. Yeah, okay. You live in Grand Forks. Man, go to Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake, North Dakota is awesome for ice fishing. Awesome for ice fishing. Trucking up. Now, since you say South Texas, I think I have watched your channel. I think I know who you are. Well, I don't know who you are. I've seen your channel. Flatbed Rick, walleye is great. Yeah, I like walleye. I mean, I like all fish. We had a big fish fry after I got home. My stepson had caught some bass in late fall, and we froze them. So we had a bunch of bass and a bunch of walleye the last night I was at home. And yeah, fish fries are great, man. You know, to be honest, you know what I'd really like to try sometime is, like, you see these, what would you call it? Like the Louisiana or like bayou style fishing where they put all the crawfish and everything into like a boiling water, and they put, what do you call that? They put corn on the cob and potatoes, and they boil. Like, I want to do that, and then they just kind of dump it out on the table. I would love to try that sometime. I think that's pretty cool. Flatbed Rick, my sister used to live out by Grand Forks, so been in that area. Oh, okay. I fished Amazon for falcon a lot when I had my 21-foot Skeeter. Oh yeah, so that's another thing I want to get is a new boat. 7 to 8 pound bass was the norm. Lake Falcon was the #1 largemouth lake for years. Those fish are fun to catch too, man. They fight. You'd be surprised. I mean, a 7 to 8 pound bass is huge. I mean, the mouth on that thing, when it would open up, it looks like, I mean, you literally can stick your whole arm into those fish. They're huge. My stepson's into bass fishing. I never really got into bass fishing. To be honest with you, it's a lot of work. So is fishing for walleye and like northern, but it almost seems easier because the techniques that I like to fish for them, I always start catching the fish. Bass, you're trolling up and down the shorelines, around docks, around weeds. That's a lot of work. Crawfish boil. Yeah, thank you, Truck It Up. I want to try that sometime. That just sounds fun. Hey, good night, Nevada. Thanks for coming in. I'll let everybody else go to sleep too. It's been a long day. Thank you for listening to my rambling for 2.5 hours. Appreciate all the new names in here. Thank you for stopping in, Trucking Up. Brandon stopped in here. Thank you for stopping in. A couple of names I have seen for the first time, so I really appreciate all your guys' support, guys and girls. Like I said last night in my live, if I say guys, I'm not talking like sex orientation. I'm just saying like people. So I appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, I think I got a good video coming out tomorrow. It is 20 minutes long. That's usually longer than my videos, but it's an interview about a guy that operates a very successful business outside of trucking, but also is a trucker. Pretty interesting. So yeah, hope everybody has a good night. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. And until next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.